Ignis and Fumo tribes getting your first look at each other. Austin Garsow and Austin Moorhead voted out at their respective tribal councils.
Well, congratulations on surviving your first tribal council. Are you all ready to get to your first tribal immunity challenge?
All right, I see some pumped up faces, but I think, Morgan, we're missing something.
Oh, yes, that's right. Come on in.
Everyone, welcome back. Our two voted out players, Austin and Austin. While they may have been voted out of their tribes, they have not been voted out of the game. Austin Garsow is now an official member of the Fumo tribe, and Austin Moorhead is now an official member of the Ignis tribe.
Yes, we are still a cast of 18. But now that that excitement is out of the way, tribal immunity is officially up for grabs. We are reaching deep into our challenge archives and bringing back the first ever challenge from DCP Yasawa Islands. Get ready for Call Your Shot. Here's how it works. Tribes will face off in rounds to flip 9 cups one at a time, the fastest. So in the first round, each person on the tribe will flip 1 cup. The winning tribe of that round will retain all 9 players and will select an image from an elimination document to randomly eliminate someone from the losing tribe from competing in the rest of the challenge. Regardless of how many tribe members remain, each tribe must flip 9 cups. Meaning once you're down to 8 people, one person will have to flip 2 cups, for example.
The challenge ends when one tribe has been completely eliminated. The winning tribe will claim the first tribal immunity of the season. Losing tribe has a date with us at Tribal Council tomorrow, where one of you will actually have the distinction of being the first person voted out of DCP All-Stars.
All right, for tribal immunity. Survivors ready?
No.
Are you ready now?
Yeah.
All right. Survivors ready. Go.
Go, Shea.
Oh my God. Let's go, Austin.
Garsow.
Awesome.
Andrew. Kylie.
Mike.
Corey.
Karen.
Maddie.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't touch it. It hit.
Lydia. Lydia, does that count?
Yes, you're good. Yep.
Let's go, Lydia.
You got this,
Corey,
Lydia.
you got this. Where did the cup go?
Let's see who drank a lot.
Can I get a new cup because my cup literally disappeared? I don't know where it went.
No.
Okay.
Take your time, Corey. Take your time.
I found it.
You're good, Corey.
Still
Nice
got
and easy,
it.
bud.
She got it.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Lex, go. First round's pretty close here.
Zucker.
Come on, bring that shit.
Okay, Simmons.
Go, Simmons.
Done.
Let's go.
Nice.
All right.
Let's go.
Dennis wins the first round.
What do we like, y'all?
Let's go with the candle.
Candle.
Yeah. Snuff out the candle.
All right. Round 2. Here we go. Survivors ready. Go.
Oh, like right there.
So close.
Done.
Okay.
Anyone have a strong preference on what we pick?
No, Ashley, pick one.
The moss, because it's the most Easy to identify.
Lydia.
Survivors ready. Go.
Moorhead.
Andrew.
Andrew with his still flip from last round.
Garsow.
Danny boy.
Nice, Simmons. Woo. Danny, go. Jeremy.
Got it. Done.
All right, Ignis is
shake.
done.
Ooh.
I'm feeling the like tree in the ocean
Yeah.
this time on the
Yeah.
bottom.
Absolutely.
Sync. Let's do it.
But
Alright.
Cheers, guys.
Ignis is up 8-7. Survivors ready. Go.
You got it, Ashley.
Jeremy. You go on, Maddie. You got it.
Take your time, Maddie. You got this.
The reverse flip.
Yeah, really.
Okay.
Okay, Simmons.
Danny.
Garso. Go, Danny.
Ignis is done.
I've been really wanting to get that moon out of here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Get out of here, Moon.
Survivors ready. Go.
Okay.
Garso. Riley. Andrew.
Corey.
Zucker.
Mike.
Karen.
It's Mike.
Maddie.
Nice, Karen.
Ooh.
Jeremy. Okay.
Ooh, so close.
You got it, Maddie.
There it is.
Garso.
Maddie's good.
Oh, Simmons.
Simmons, go. Riley.
Nice, Brett.
Done. Done.
Oh.
All right. Fumo wins the round.
How do you guys feel about the dark cave?
I was gonna
Yeah,
say, let's get that
that's
let's get that
literally
bad
thinking
energy out of here.
Yeah, too ominous. Get it out of here.
Dark Cave.
Oh. All right.
Brittley.
Survivors ready. Go.
Gentle hits, gentle hits.
There you go, you're right there.
Hi, Maddie.
Flip cup is not
Done.
getting to
Yeah.
be Maddie's strong suit.
Yes. Okay.
Let's turn out their lights.
Yeah,
The
too much
top
fire.
right corner.
Do it.
Danny.
6-6. Survivors ready. Go.
Go, Andrew. Mike. Mike.
Mike, finish it.
Done. Done.
All right, Ignis is done.
Nice work.
You guys want to do bottom right?
Yeah.
Sure thing.
Smoldering. Snuff it out.
Garso.
Nice.
Survivors ready. Go.
Okay.
You got this, Maddie.
Corey.
Slow.
Done.
Go. Nice job, guys.
Damn. Nice work.
How about we get that big lake out at the bottom left? Is that a
Yeah.
lake?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Simmons.
Go.
You got this.
Almost done. Almost done. Come on, Zucker.
Right there, Maddie.
There we
Good
go.
job,
Maddie.
Maddie.
I've been feeling the bottom right one for a little while, maybe.
Yeah, that leaf.
Let's
It's
do
bugging
it.
me. Yeah, very suspicious.
Austin.
Austin eliminated.
For the first time in this challenge, the Fumo tribe takes the lead. They are up 5-4.
We got this team.
Oh, yeah.
Survivors ready. Go.
Kylie.
Corey.
You got this, Corey.
Come on, you got it.
You're doing great, Maddie.
Easy does it.
There we go. Let's go.
I'm done.
Done.
Oh,
Right.
Oh,
Fumo
we're
is
so
done.
close.
that was so close.
Now let's get that one that's in the middle right. What is that? Is that spark?
Like ash.
Ice?
I'm good with it going.
It's like it could be a powdery substance of some kind.
Go.
Karen. Oh, Mike.
Kylie.
Maddie.
Corey.
Maddie.
Ignis
Kylie.
tried for their last
Corey.
split.
Zucker!
Oh, you're so close.
You got it,
Three.
Zucker. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
Fumo
comeback there at the
tried
end.
one.
I say we save the two fires for the end. We put their fire out to finish it.
Okay.
There you
sounds
go. I
good.
like it.
like your inlet. So going ice at the bottom?
Yep, let's
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Mike.
Okay. Fumo is seeming to pull away with this. However, it's anybody's game. Survivors ready. Go.
Kylie.
Corey. You got it, Zucker.
Close.
Let's go.
That's it.
Yeah.
Fire on the right.
Proud of you.
Fire on the right. Let's do it.
Fire on the right.
Fumo's up 5-1. Karen, the fate of your tribe rests on your shoulders. No pressure. Survivors ready. Go.
Go, Karen.
1,
Karen has 1.
2,
Karen has 2.
3,
Karen has 3. Karen has 4.
Corey.
5.
Karen has 5.
Let's
6.
go, Karen.
Yeah.
Come on, Karen.
7.
7.
Let's
Eight.
go, Karen.
9.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's do the broken bridge in the middle.
Love it.
Well, Karen crushed that previous round. Can she keep it alive? Fumo is up 4-1. Survivors ready. Go.
Corey.
Zucker!
Got it, Karen. You got it. Kirby.
there you go.
Shea.
1 for
Karen
Karen.
has 1. Karen has 1.
2,
2.
3,
Zucker!
Go,
Yes.
Karen. There you go, Karen.
4.
Let's go, Karen.
5,
5.
6,
6.
Go, Karen. You got it, Zucker. Kirby.
7,
7.
Oh,
8,
let's go, Karen.
done.
Nice.
Karen.
Done. She's done.
Oh.
Let's go, Karen.
All right, let's get. You guys have an opinion?
That arrow sign's just, I don't know. It's been giving me vibes.
Arrows.
I do the arrow.
Jeremy.
Survivors ready. Go.
Go, Corey.
1,
Zucker!
2, 3,
Shea. Corey.
4,
Let's go, Karen.
5,
Killing it.
Zucker!
Go, Karen.
They're at number 6.
Shea.
They're tied now 6-6.
Corey. Corey, go.
7,
Zucker!
8,
8.
Let's go.
Let's go.
That is it.
Way to go, guys.
Karen, you were an absolute champion.
Yeah, that
I have to
was
say,
amazing.
Karen.
Absolute
You went through
champion.
the fight of my life.
Ignis is heading back to Tribal Council tomorrow night. Fumo, you are all safe. The pace of the game probably won't stop anytime soon. So hope you all hope last night built up your stamina. Have a good night. We'll see you all tomorrow.
I'm back, baby. Let's go. Oh man, I'm so excited to have a second chance in this game. I have just been through like a whirlwind of emotions over the last 12 hours or so, going from getting voted out and just being at a like complete low of assuming that I was first out of All Stars, which obviously sucks, and then just going up to a high of I'm back in the game. I've got a second chance. And then we were kind of just chatting with the new tribe and just trying to get to know everybody. And they had told me that their vote was pretty much, it ended up being unanimous. So then in my head, I'm like down to a low again. I was like, well, great. Can I really work my way in? And as I started talking to people, I kind of realized that there might be some cracks. So I think I'm on a little bit on the road up again. Definitely on a roller coaster, and much like my real life, I've got some motion sickness. So, but hey, that's Survivor, and I am just happy to be along for the ride.
I think I'm a little bit worried about having so many people from Trinity Falls on our side. I don't think that, since 3 is not the majority, so like the rest of the other tribe, the six, yes, math, can all get together and say we got to get out one of them because we can't let them have 3. I'm hoping that the connections I've made with the other people is enough that they would just like want to like loop in Austin to work with us, versus thinking that we are all like going to work together and try to bring in people into Trinity Falls.
So the challenge was, I'm obviously thrilled at the result. It started off like close, but we were constantly like just a little bit behind or tied up with them. And then finally it seemed like we got our group of 5 that seemed to work really well and just started knocking their players off. And then we got down to the point where it was Karen versus everyone. And I was like super nervous because there's a couple stretches there where it was just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I was like, oh shit, she's just going to go through and demolish every one of us. And like, thankfully it didn't work out that way. And we got to like hang out as a group and not have to stress as much. And I actually got a good night's sleep. So that was very good.
I am happy that we won the challenge. It was a challenge game for my season, and I'm glad to be able to pull out another win for it, which is awesome. And that's great. But I'm very confused on some things that happened before Tribal. Some things are just not adding up, and it's making me very suspicious of some people. Because apparently like a majority of 7 was kind of thrown out there to a few different people with different names attached to each group of 7, which I'm not sure what that was about. Then I also heard that Austin and I were kind of linked up as a duo for multiple reasons. The first being that we weren't really talking game with a lot of people, and the second just because we played together. Which, okay, why are we getting paired up when there are multiple people who have played together on this tribe, on the other tribe, on this entire season? Multiple people have played with lots of other people. I'm not sure why that we got totally just linked together almost immediately. But whatever. The vote for me, it was hard. I don't ever like having to write down like a good friend's name to have them leave the game. But I had to do what I had to do to make sure that I was still going to be somewhat like in the majority. I'm still just very confused like what the dynamics are for this tribe, because we keep saying that like we're a big happy family and we're just vibing, but I know that's not the case.
Jeremy let me know that he is feeling really frustrated by the situation that happened just tonight, in the sense that people put him and Austin in this box of we're this duo and we're this inseparable duo. And he was like asking me like, where did this come from? Like how did this narrative even get out there? What was going on? And I was telling you, like, honestly, it was kind of a consensus because you were also kind of quiet during the day, and so was Austin. Austin was quiet, but also didn't talk any game. Versus, you and I are talked here and there, but other people also saw you kind of quiet. So the narrative became, who are these two working with, if not just together? And he was saying how he understands that, and he respects that. Like as like the game, he respects it. But he's like, it's just not true. And I'm like, trust me, I understand that. But and again, it's so fast paced. Like you have to remember that's what people are going to go off of.
Yeah, perception's reality.
Absolutely. And he understands that. But what's really making him frustrated is he feels like it's coming from Corey.
Which Corey did push that on me.
And so I'm not going to lie to you. No, I am so fucking, I love you both so goddamn much. Like, so I told him, I said, I'm not going to lie to you, Corey. Or I'm not gonna lie to you, Jeremy. Like I did hear from Corey himself saying the two of you were thick as thieves in your season. You worked together, and then Austin flipped on him to get him rocked out. Like that was the story. And he's like, well, did he tell you about his past games and how he's wishy-washy, and he didn't tell you that he's not really loyal with me? And so he kind of exposed all this shit about Corey's past games. And what's crazy is earlier in the day, I think I talked to Sarah about this, maybe not you, Shea. But earlier in the day when I was talking with Jeremy, he mentioned that Corey can be really messy in games and can be a little bit devious and doing things on his own accord, his own prerogative, whatever. I'm paraphrasing. Those are not his words, those are my words. Yeah. But it literally, when I had in the morning and kind of seeing how today transpired, it literally was just that. I don't think that Jeremy's lying. I think that Corey saw an opportunity to make a big target and got him out.
It's cold and it's wet and it's miserable, but at least we don't have to go to tribal council. We won immunity thanks to, in part, to my flip cuppy greatness. It was a great team win. Everything is wonderful in the world, and my heart is filled with love for all of my tribe mates. Maybe too much. I find myself almost in an alliance with every single one of them. Although I'm a little nervous the fact that there's only one group chat that I have so far, with Lex and Sarah, but they do seem to be my besties, and they are my closest to my heart. They are absolute sweethearts. I wish something a little bigger had formed though. We had like a 5 or a 6 to be perfect. I think people do want to kind of stick with that 6 or 7 who formed around last vote. But here's the weird thing is I'm on the phone with Lex last night, and he mentions to me potentially forming a 5, but it's me, him, Sarah, Jeremy, potentially Austin, and then maybe Zucker too. And I'm thinking, then where's Ashley in this mix? Where's Kylie in this mix? Knowing full well that he has a group chat with them too. That's just a lot going on for one guy. I'm thankful there's somebody who is more extroverted and outgoing in a lot of these things than I am. Like let him have his hands in many cookie jars, which will look better for me. But I just hope it means that I'm truly in his top 3 and not just shivering out here for nothing, that I'm actually on the outside for him.
Woof. Okay, so tribal council number 1, I was terrified. I had a weird sinking feeling that my name would be out there somehow, so at least that didn't happen. But yeah, it came to be that my good buddy Austin's name was the one that was out there aside from Danny, who was my target. And I really thought and hoped that we could squeak the majority out. I told Mike that Danny had brought his name up right in the last few minutes of the scrambling, and it was all over text, so I just couldn't gauge his tone. So he told me, he was like, well, if Danny wants to get me out, I thought, him really not wanting to be first boot again would maybe push him to change his vote. Clearly that didn't happen. So that confirmed that Mike will say what he needs to say. I kind of figured that given his Monte Carlo game. What surprised me even more, though, was that Andrew flipped his vote. He was really upfront with me about it afterwards, that he had been clued in at the last minute, that it was really actually going to be majority on Austin.
It looks like it's going to be me, Lydia, Karen, and Austin voting for Danny. And then with us also trying to get Mike and Brittley. Mike and Brittley kind of jerk people around a little bit.
Mike reached out to me first over Zoom call, and we got to talking, and I really liked what he had to say, and I liked his personality a lot, and I thought we clicked really well together. And so I felt like, you know, this is someone that I could work with, especially if things kind of fall apart with this bigger group that I'm a part of. And so at that point, it was just kind of like a matter of once Danny and Madeline and Simmons were talking about like, oh, you know, maybe we should look at talking to Mike and bringing him in. It kind of became a delicate balance on like, okay, well, I don't want to just like come right out and be like, oh yeah, we've already been talking, so let me just, you know, bring him in. But also kind of letting Mike know some conversations that were happening to try to not only strengthen our alliance with each other, but then that way hopefully with others talking to him, he would be interested in coming in and voting with us, and that's ended up what happening. So that worked out really well.
And I trust Brittley. I feel like on a level that I don't think that she would do anything to hurt my game. I think if something came up where it was me, I think she might even tell me about it.
And I catch on to the fact that they're probably going to vote to keep Danny. I do what I need to do to save my ass potentially and vote to keep Danny. I go to Karen and Lydia afterwards and tell them, hey, they told me beforehand this was what was going to happen. I tried to relay a message to you during tribal without actually just straight up saying, hey, this is where the votes are going, by saying, hey, things have kind of changed, everyone. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. They didn't pick up on it. It's fine.
But now I know that he, despite also being aligned with me, so he says, will put his vote where the numbers are before he will put his vote loyally to me. And I feel pretty firmly toward the bottom now. If we hadn't gained Austin back, I feel like Austin Moorhead, I feel like I would be firmly actually on the bottom of this tribe. Bringing him into the mix, I'm hoping that changes things.
All right, so we voted Austin out last night. Pretty good, nice little tribe unity, at least with the people I was comfortable with. To find out that Austin wasn't voted out. Big shocker, classic DCP, not actually getting voted out. All right, yeah, here we go. So I thought Austin was coming back to our tribe. Technically he was, but it was a different Austin, and it was Austin Moorhead. Let's fucking go. Wow. That was fucking huge, right? I mean, I said before the game in my pre-game interviews and whatever that the one guy I wanted to play with was Austin Moorhead. I did him dirty on Exile Island. I think it was the reason why I lost. I wanted to work with him again. It was just handed to me, gifted, right in front of my face.
Well, that was nuts. Here I thought that I was being voted out an 8-1 on my previous tribe, but I was eliminated and then brought back on the opposing tribe. So I'm feeling so much better on this tribe than I already was. I feel like I have connections already with a lot of individuals that seem like they could work in my favor. I want to bring back past alliances and work with new ones. It's all depending right now. I know we have tribal tomorrow, but I feel so confident that I'm not going to be on the outs tomorrow. So here's a new day, a new tribe, and a new possibility at redemption for one Austin here at Survivor.
I know I fooled you all. And you're like, wow, she must have been at so many parties in university and just hip hop and popular. I would like to inform you, as you could have guessed from that display of ridiculousness, that last night was the first time in my whole entire life that I have played Flip Cup.
No practice. You all know what Flip Cup is. There's no need to, work on your craft. The first time you flip a cup will be in the first round of the challenge.
I had to Google which way to put the cup, like up or down, because I had no idea. Just freaking out over here. So naturally, as these things go, my name randomly did not get removed in any round until the second last. What is that, like Murphy's Law? So it was exceptionally painful. And I am very thankful that I am feeling more secure and was on the right side of the vote last night. Otherwise, I would be shaken right now. So it was very embarrassing.
So going into the challenge, obviously I'm hoping that we can pull it out because we've got Fratty Austin now. We've got me, who's played a fair few games of Flip Cup in my life.
There was a couple things that pissed me off a lot. Number one would be Andrew not resetting his cup. Like, dude, you flip the cup. You have to flip the cup twice. You flipped it once and you sat there and just like sat and watched. Like, adjust your cup so that you can flip it again when it inevitably comes to you. It like blew my mind. I don't know if I'm going to hold it against him because I haven't even talked to him yet, like face to face. But like I said, like 4 times, I'm like, yeah, like Andrew says he's the coach. I felt like I was the coach. I'm like, Andrew, adjust your cup, like, and that's just, and then the other thing was he was sitting there and the cups like set up. Like this is in the beginning of like the round. And who went first? Danny goes first. And he goes, Andrew. And then Andrew would get up off of his seat and then flip it. Like, just be there. Just be there ready to flip the cup. And that just like infuriated me. Like with these challenges, it comes down to seconds. Like we saw it multiple times in the rounds. Like if he had his cup ready and he wasn't sitting down and then had to stand up afterwards, like we could have won another round or something. I'm being dramatic, but it just was like, what are you doing?
Mike Simmons, I'm just assuming, has played. Danny is going to UT, so I know they like to party. Karen says that she has won a few games of Flip Cup in her life. We've got this all good. And it starts off well. Shit hits the fan. We lose. Props to Karen for trying to keep us in it. Karen says she was playing as if her game was on the line. I feel like Karen and Lydia's games are on the line.
Okay, so I had a not so interesting first day. I'm kind of in a situation where I don't really know where to go because I've reached out to everybody except for Danny, and really only a handful of people seemed interested in talking to me and working with me. When it came time to actually talk about where the votes are going, only Andrew, Lydia, and Austin were willing to talk about the votes with me. So that's when I realized, okay, so there's a group of 5 that's already happened that I'm not involved with. I've missed the boat somehow. So, I mean, I could tell that it was going to be that Danny wasn't going to go. I was hopeful, but I mean, there was really nothing I could do. So now I'm in a situation where people very obviously don't want to work with me, and I'm not totally sure why. So it's hard to fix something when you don't know why.
In my season, I looked at Danny and I said, I don't think I can trust him. Like just from how quiet he was and all of that. He seemed very strategic, observant. But having watched our game, I know that he is pretty darn loyal. And so my intent is to ride that wave while I can. I know that being loyal kind of got him in the end in his game. So I do know that he'll be like looking for the moment to kind of break that so it doesn't happen again. So I'm aware of that. I'm cognizant of that, but I do believe in this first phase of the game that our connection and common ground is actually really beneficial to me. And I do know that people are aware of it. I would be like silly to think that they're not. And whenever one of our names gets put up, it kind of feels like both of our names get into the same conversation. So I'm pretty aware of it.
It's definitely been a consideration as to how to balance that relationship, because I think maybe one part of why my name was thrown out last night, at least from a couple of people that I have heard from, was that Lydia and potentially others viewed myself and Maddie as a duo. Kind of seems weird because there's literally a trio on our tribe, but at least from seasons. But that trio didn't really work super close together, but neither did Maddie and I. And that's kind of like the parallel that I've been trying to make, is that like we were on the same tribe for like 2 episodes, one of which we didn't have to go to tribal, and the other of which we didn't really have to think very strategically on whatsoever. And then we got split up, and she was rocked out while we were split up. So there was literally no strong strategic relationship made. That's kind of like, doesn't actually really matter because it's all about people's perception. So if they perceive that just because we happen to be on the same season that we were a duo, then that's what I have to actually manage. But I don't want to be afraid of working with her if that's a person who will vote with me consistently, right? So it's been a balance of like, yeah, I'm working with her, but I don't want people to think that I'm like really strongly working with her. But I am, so they're right. But I don't want them to be, back and forth all day long.
Andrew, who's tight with Austin and myself, we were all in Exile Island. We've all become friends. No one has really said anything about the 3 Exile Island guys from the same tribe yet, at least not to me. There was a big thing about the Trinity Falls 3 that were in our tribe to begin with. We booted Austin out because he was one of the 3. No one seemed to say anything yet about the 3 from Exile Island. So I'm kind of just hoping to keep that under wraps and lay low a little bit.
Dude, I will tell you this. I have never felt so agitated the fact that I was voted out first round. But now this is it. The boys are back.
Come on.
This is
Come on.
This is it.
My first message went to you. My second message went to Andrew. We're locked in.
This has to be like
locked in.
I refuse.
Nope. Hey, when we came into this game, I had the pre-confessional thing with production.
Yeah.
Said, is there anybody you want to see? And I said, I want to see Austin back. I said, I messed my game up last time because I didn't follow through with him, and I'm not going to do that again. I literally said that.
I said exact same. Like, was there anyone that you want to see? I said, I better hope Mike Simmons' ass is in this freaking game. I said, it's time. Like, it has to be time for like the OGs. We're freaking back, baby.
Sorry, this is the 3rd time I've tried to do this, and I'm really irritated because I just feel like I'm going to get voted out, and I don't know what to do about it. I'll be honest, I don't know what to do about it because, even if I had some elaborate plan for it, people have to talk to you for that, and nobody wants to talk to me except for Lydia and Andrew. So I don't really know I don't know what to do. So it's like I can see I can see it coming, but I don't know what to do about it.
Lydia and Karen need to pack their bags and go the fuck home. Great people. Would love to have conversations with them. They're awesome. But in terms of the game, pack it up. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Danny needs to fucking chill a little bit. All right. He needs to take it down a notch. He's trying to play the game at a 700 IQ level, always worrying about what's going on. And I get it. He doesn't have the perspective that I do. He's worried about Austin. He's worried about Andrew. He's worried about Mike. Who has the idol, this and that.
The idols concern me, or the advantage doesn't have to be an idol. The potential for advantage concerns me.
Okay.
is the only thing.
So, I mean, in your realistic opinion, wouldn't it be the best decision to split the vote on the two people that voted for you then?
Potentially, but if it's not an idol, then split votes kind of just screw you more.
True.
Extra votes, steal votes, and just then the general risk of like less votes per person, and the potential that there's a flipper, or the potential that, yeah, a lot of potential.
And his name has come out there from other people, so I get it, but relax. We got this. All right. Let's figure it out. Work together. Don't overthink it too much, and don't outplay yourself. I think that's a big part of this game, is let the game come to you. Figure out what's in front of you one step at a time, and don't try to, I mean, it's important to look ahead, but don't try to outplay yourself too early.
All right, so we're on new tribe, new style, looking for first tribal council, unfortunately for us tonight. It seems that the way I've been hearing is that we might be leaning towards a split vote between Karen and Lydia, depending on which one of those. I'm not entirely sure. I've played with Karen before. I've not played with Lydia. I would like to get a word in with Lydia, hopefully before tonight's tribal council, to see where her head's at, to see if maybe she found the advantage. If that's the case, I don't know where we're going to have to look forward to, but I'm feeling good vibes. Even though we did lose last night, I'm keeping it strong. New Ignis tribe, let's get it.
What I'm going to focus on a bit as well today is eating crow a bit with Danny, who I voted for, and Maddie, whose name I did kind of throw out there. I let her know already that my intention with bringing up her name to Danny was to get Danny to say a different name, because I didn't really want to vote Maddie. He had brought up Austin G to me, and I was like, I don't want to do that. So I said, what about Maddie? And that was with the intention of trying to get Danny to say another name, which ended up being Mike.
I believe that the person who should go is the person who makes me feel most nervous. Who am I thinking about every single day? And do you know who that is? It's Lydia, because she is so good. I just got off a call with her, and I was trying to play from a position of power, being really confident in my vote last night and why I did it, and letting her know that, you know, she said my name, I know. So like, what is her offering? Because I will not like get whipped around by her very good social game. And I was asking her a lot of tricky questions, and she just has an answer, like boom, 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 boom. And so I know that she can move through this game really, really well. And that makes me nervous. And that's why I think she needs to leave. That's my goal. And also, she said 5 names to me.
Getting out, or maybe. Okay, here's the thing. Based on my conversations, I don't think I'm the prime target, because I think they want me for challenges. And I believed Simmons when he said he was interested in working with me. I just felt our conversation was genuine. Maybe it was BS, maybe not, but I believed him. Also, I think if the plan was me, Maddie wouldn't have gotten on a call with me 30 minutes before tribal. But yeah, like, I want to vote with you guys tonight. But I do need to like know where to vote.
Yeah, totally. Those are the same vibes I'm getting, and I got a good vibe from Brittley. I don't know if you chatted with Brittley at all.
Yeah, I had a chat with her earlier, and I also got a good vibe from her.
Okay, yeah. And then yeah, before last night's tribal, there was like a few people I didn't even get to chat with. Like, didn't get to chat with Mike beforehand, didn't get to chat with Andrew or yourself or even Lydia. So I feel like I'm just like catching up on conversations today and trying to figure out like where people are feeling good. Yeah. And I've heard a similar vibe to what you heard as well.
And I coaxed out that Lydia was the name. So I do think Lydia's the name, and it's not me, but I mean, you just never know in Survivor. And especially in DCP, these all-stars, these people are good. So there's always the possibility that it's still me. But I have to use my gut, and my gut says that making a crazy move right now versus next round wouldn't go well for me. So I'm making the choice to just go with the flow if they'll allow me to go with the flow. And while I don't want to, I'm going to have to vote for Lydia. I have to build trust with other people. Lydia's on a sinking ship. I wish I could work with Lydia, Andrew, and Austin. I wish that could be a thing, but the numbers are not there.
Like a solid, let's do this. Like
That's
I'm doing
also scary because it's 4:30 or it's 7:30 in the East Coast.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like, but yeah, I have heard whispers of the same thing.
Yep. Okay.
When I said I haven't heard like something, it's just not something solid.
Yeah.
Based on what I know, I think anybody's an option. I think there's not enough there for people to want to like lock in on you know, I think anybody is like open for anybody's an option at this point. Like I think that it'd be more likely that Lydia would see some votes than a lot of other people, because she was like devastated. Like you could see it on her face when Austin went home. She was like, and I was like, what are you doing? Like you're just like it's like a TikTok trend. Like, tell us you're in an alliance with Austin without telling us you're in an alliance with Austin. And I'm just like, why are you telling everyone everything you're doing, basically? So
we seem to be a really tight-knit tribe anyways, like we all get along really well. So now it's just coming down to strategy. And during tribal, one of our members mentioned that they were trying to find advantages. And so that really had us going like, oh, okay, that's something we have to think about, because that is definitely on the playing field. And so that's definitely going into our talks.
Welcome back to Tribal Ignis Tribe. We are here to officially give somebody the honor of being the first person voted out of DCP All-Stars. So, Austin, I have to start with you because you have had quite a wild ride so far in this game. Just 24 hours ago, you were begging for your life, and here you are in a new spot. How is the last 24 hours compared to the first 24 hours of the game?
Well, let's put a little bit of respect on it. I wasn't necessarily begging. I was fighting to the bitter end.
Fair enough.
Sounds a lot better than like. But anyway, no, it's definitely. I kind of realized that at this point, you guys are just trying to give me heart palpitations until I'm 40. So I totally understand.
Yes, that is the goal.
Blood sugar's low. I mean, it's fine. Yes, it's no secret that I was pretty upset last night that, you know, I would technically the first person voted off of my tribe, and I thought it was, you know, for a reason that was ultimately the dumbest thing I've ever heard of, that it was simply bad luck that my name was thrown out there. You know, if you're going to be honest, just be honest. Don't be like, we're all adults here at this point. So, but then I come to find that I have found these wonderful people, and so far they have been more welcoming than any form of relationship that I ever had with my old tribe. So at this point, I'm already feeling great, you know.
Wow, so getting voted out was the best thing that could have happened to you, huh?
At this point, it was dropped like a dime, and I'm right back, baby.
Now, Brittley, kind of on the outside looking in, Austin's this new guy. Like, theoretically, he could be an easy vote out. You know, he's the last one to join the tribe. Or you could also view him as somebody that doesn't have anybody to link up with, an easy new alliance member. What's kind of been the vibe of Austin joining the Ignis tribe?
I mean, it was great to have him in with our challenge last night. I mean, we were all doing really good with flip cups, and it just, as luck would have it, it just the other tribe ended up, getting ahead of us. Obviously, that's why we're here. But it definitely kind of changed a little, like some things a little bit, but there were names being floated around, different strategies, different ideas on what direction we wanted to go, and so we'll see what happens tonight. So,
all right. Now, Lydia, last night we had tribal council and Austin Garsow was voted out, and it was not a unanimous vote. You guys were split. So that tells me that this is not one big happy family. There's definitely different groups. What has been your perception of the tribe, and what have you been working on today?
Yeah, well, I think part of what maybe split us up was that we all like each other genuinely. That's been the energy that I've gotten, and so I think maybe different groups of people just came to different conclusions about who would be the maybe least, the bottom of the best, because I really, I think this is a great group, and I personally have gelled with everybody, and that's been kind of the energy I've been hearing overall. So I know a lot of people, and myself included, have been wanting for just a little bit more tribe cohesion in terms of the vote going forward. That's what I've been hearing today is a lot of what people are trying to focus on. And I'm personally feeling a little unsafe, so I'm just trying to focus on staying afloat.
That's fair. Yeah, with these returnee all-star seasons, everybody's here to play, and even whoever goes home tonight, they are a worthy player and worthy of being on this all-star cast for sure. Now, Danny, I want to talk to you about last night's tribal council too, because you received some votes. So how does the knowledge that there were people willing to send you out of this tribe on your tribe with you impact your game?
Yeah, I think it's kind of just put me a little bit more on my toes, obviously. I think a lot of what it came down to for last night, at least from talking with everyone, and there's no excuse needed, right? There's no reason needed. We're all here to play a game, and so totally respect any votes that come my way, just as much as I hope anybody respects votes that come theirs. I'm hoping, based on what I heard, that last night was really more about opportunities to talk with others, and who I did get a good chance to talk with, who I didn't. So I think today has been definitely more about really the same, just kind of keeping on reaching out and continue to build those bonds, so that people feel a little bit less inclined to throw votes my way.
Yeah, totally. Now, Karen, this is an all returnee season. Everybody on this cast has experience in at least one game. How does that change how you have to approach the game? How does having an experienced cast change the way the game is going to play out, do you think?
I think it's no secret I play a lot of these types of games. And in my experience, it's not too common for me to play with people who are new, that it's their first game. However, most games that I play are definitely less involved. Most games I play do not involve video calls, or maybe video calls with one or two people, maybe. I don't know. But I feel like this game is a very call heavy game, and if you're not doing that, then you get left out. Because I certainly felt that yesterday, because I'm used to playing more text-based games, and so that's kind of how I was approaching it, and I feel that kind of left me out a little bit. So I don't know. I think everybody's here to play, and my understanding is the people playing this game, this they're not always playing games like this. So they're here to play. Like, this is their one Survivor game. Maybe they play a couple a year. I don't know. But people are here to play is my understanding. And, you know, if you don't keep up, then you get lost.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely sense that everybody here is here to play. That's for sure. So, Maddie, I have to talk to you about the challenge.
Morgan, past is in the past. We play with the cards in front of us, not the ones that are back in the deck.
That is totally fair. How did you feel? I mean, I could tell that you were obviously giving it your best, and you guys did, I feel like, end up kind of unlucky with having some of your stronger flip cuppers eliminated. But just what was going through your brain?
Morgan, I was mortified. I was thinking back to my university days saying, where did I go wrong? How come this was not a skill that I built? Because that was a nightmare. Okay. Yes, there's a little bit of luck involved as well, which is really unfortunate. But you're right. I was pretty set on just giving it my all and just seeing where it landed and not giving up. I think that's like a big part of challenges that feel unexpected, or if you thought you'd be good and you're not, and just keeping your composure as best you can is really, really important. And that's all we can ask of each other as well. I know that there's lots of factors that go into people's decisions. So the hope is, and I think probably everyone can attest, that we're all going to experience at some point a challenge that we don't show up in the way that we want to. And it's just about like not necessarily using that as your only weighting criteria for others, and then also for yourself too.
Oh, that ended up being like so poetic of a response. Andrew, I consider you to be a wise soul. So I'm gonna ask you a deep Survivor question, if that's okay. So in Survivor, sometimes you have this dilemma, right? And sometimes the vote is going a way that you ideally don't want it to go, right? So then you have this dilemma of, do I vote with the numbers to know that I'm in the majority, or do I fight for what I really want to have happen? How do you go through weighing the pros and cons of that path?
Well, I feel like it's very easy to do both up to a certain point. So I honestly, you feel like you can go, like, especially if you feel really good about someone, you feel like you can do and say whatever you need to protect them as long as possible. But, at a certain point, if it seems like, let's just call it the Cool Kids Club decides there's no way we're backing out of this, you're either with us or you're against us. At some point, you either have to say, solidarity, I'm doing this, or, like a good boy, you put your tail between your legs and you fall in line and just hope to see another day. Now, these games really mess with your pride. So there have been instances in games I've played in the past where I had to be the good boy, put the tail between my legs and shut the fuck up. There have been other times where people actually listened to what I was saying. And I feel like I've played enough to know that, at a certain point, you have to make whichever choice you're going to make. And it's hard. But that's one of the reasons that we sign up for these games, to put ourselves through this trauma, whatever we'll just call it trauma.
Can I chime in really quick in response to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to say, and I mean, I really appreciate your perspective, Andrew. I also want to say that this is mother effing all-stars, and who's gonna put, I don't know, I'm not here to put my tail between my legs. That's all I have to say. Mostly, I'm not here for that. What if something works and you do get one of the main group to flip somehow, and then your one vote ends up being the one that sends the target home? I'm couching things in language, couching things in a little bit, but right, we're all stars. Let's play balls out. Let's go.
Love it. All right, Mike, besides survival, what is tonight's vote about for you?
I mean, it's a long game, and you know, you want to be in the game with people who want to be in the game with you as well. And it's hard, like it's hard with this group because I feel like everybody likes everybody, like everybody gets along well. So there's not like one person you can just be like, okay. And I think I've said this to a few people here, like I wish somebody would just come out and start cursing us all out and be like, I fucking hate you. You're the worst person I've ever met, and then it would just be easy, but it doesn't work like that. So, you know, I don't think I think everybody would agree that if, you know, there's not whoever is here, if there's not a strong, cohesive group moving forward, that other side's just going to pick us off one by one. We'll be right back here tomorrow, or tonight. You guys are crazy. Please don't do that to us. You know, yeah, I mean, that's what it's about, I guess. If I'm here tomorrow, I want a tribe that's strong and you know, wants to move forward together.
All right, well said. Simmons, how do you think the Ignis tribe will be different after tonight's vote?
We'll have one less person. Maybe. We might not. I don't know. I mean, it always sucks losing somebody, especially one of these 9 people we have here. I like everybody here. It's unfortunate that we ended up losing last night's challenge, but you know, going forward, I don't think it should change too much in terms of let's be one unified tribe. Let's go win the next challenge. Let's not come back here tomorrow night or tonight, depending on whatever you guys decide. And let's try
It's
to.
not tonight.
Thank God. Let's try to win as many challenges as we can.
It might be tonight. You never know. Might be tonight.
Oh, okay. Either way, I you know, let's just move forward together and keep building on something.
All right. Well, thank you, Ignis Tribe, for a very fun tribal council. Does anybody have anything else that they would like to add to the conversation? All right. With that, it is time to vote.
Okay, I wanted to vote for someone random in case Lydia has an idol, but because of my past seasons, that's what I always do, and I don't want it to land on me. So I'm going to vote for Lydia. And I hope I'm not being lied to, because I would never do that to someone else.
I honestly think the people are going to keep playing scared, and I can't wait to lovingly blow up some shit if I am the one to leave tonight. So, Brittley, I adore you as a human. You were not giving me the, I guess, the most. I was getting more from other people, so this is why I ended up thinking to try and throw the vote onto you.
My vote is for Lydia. I think Lydia is a beautiful human. If the cards had fell differently, I think we could have made a pretty formidable team in this game.
All right. I'll go tally the votes. All right. If anybody has an advantage or an idol and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Hey, Ian? I'm just kidding. Wanted to see if
Lydia.
No, I got nothing.
Alrighty. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the Zoom call immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Lydia. Lydia. 2 votes, Lydia. Brittley. 2 votes, Lydia. 1 vote, Brittley. Lydia. Lydia. First person voted out of Survivor All-Stars, Lydia. Lydia, the tribe has spoken.
Can I say some things?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. First of all, I genuinely loved getting to know you all. So no hard feelings, but also love and respect. I'm gonna talk some shit now. Andrew, you're playing scared, buddy. This is the second time that you have told me you're gonna vote one way and vote another way, so you all can keep that in mind. If anyone thought that me and Andrew were in a duo, I do not know why you aren't more worried about Danny and Maddie. So yeah, thanks for having me. This sucks. If there's a redemption island, I'll see y'all suckers later. I don't think there is, but great game. Y'all are really cool, and play hard.
All right. Well, everyone piled on the fire tonight, and the fire spoke back. So we'll see if Lydia's going away words will impact the tribe moving forward.
I mean, this is really the worst case scenario, isn't it? I can say I'm not like really disappointed, but also somebody has to be the first to go in any game. So I do like understand that, right, fundamentally. So I'm really frustrated. It's like really mind-fucky to have 8 people try to tell you things and all of them are lying, and to have people complain about getting ghosted and left on red when they're being left out of plans, and then my own allies doing that to me the next day after complaining about it yesterday. I'm firmly Team Fumo now. All of my Trinity Falls homies are there. I'm rooting for one of them to pull it out. I am so stoked for them and excited to see how they keep going in this game. As for the Ignis tribe, I really enjoyed connecting with them. I think they're all great people. In the game, or in real life, I wish them nothing but the best, and in the game, I wish them major loss and destruction, and I really, really want them to lose. So yeah, a bunch of weenies. That's what I have to say.